What are you starting it for?
I want to go for a ride.
Come on, don't start it. Oh! Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Justin. This is Coffee at 5. Today, you actually caught me in the act. I'm pulling my O2 Skidoo 700 Rotax motor. With these motors, you have to repack the crank bearings, usually every 5,000 miles. Some guys do it every season, but I'm going to get it done for this season, and I'm going to do it to this one as well, because this is an O2. This is the Salt Lake edition. But you're probably wondering, really? No mini bike? It's been like 4 months. The mini bike has actually been a complete disaster. I literally just got the parts 2 days ago from a powder coating company, and they've had all my parts for over 2 months. It's been a battle, excuse me, and finally got all the parts. I got my gas tank professionally painted. I had these decals come up, made up from a guy named Glenn. Shout out to him. Did an awesome job, came up with a name, and basically all I have to do is put it together. But right now I am actually doing this. I want to get this done, pull the motor ASAP, just to get it out of the way, and then probably tomorrow I'm going to get working on the mini bike. But let me show you all the parts. So here it is, guys. I've got my seat, custom made seat from a guy named Mark. Got my new tank that I got professionally painted. It's got this expensive paint. I'm not going to begin to tell you how much I paid for it, especially for a mini bike. You can see it glistening. Oh man, it looks so good. Yes, I called this thing the percolator, being Coffee at 5, blah, blah, you get it. My handlebars, battery box, kickstand, brakes, that's all in there. And here's my wheels. This is the best part. The wheels. Oh, I've waited for these. I got the frame a week before I got these, and he actually did a sparkle effect into them. They look sick. Came out so good. So I finally got this stuff, and got to get the bearings in there. I'm going to do all this weekend. Be a nice video for that. And there's my frame. I'm not going to take that all apart, but it's in there. It's just black. So yeah, there it is, guys. Whew. Can't wait till that thing's done. So let's get going on the 700. First things first. Right now I'm actually trying to pull the clutch. I got a clutch puller, and I'm going to see if I can put some lubricant at the end of the clutch puller. I can find my lube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of like assembly lube at the end of the clutch puller. That way it'll hopefully it will spin better and there won't be as much friction. Seems like a good idea. You're supposed to have another tool that goes inside the clutch to hold it. I do not have that, but I do have a spring puller that kind of mimics the same thing, so we'll try it. I've had this clutch off before, so. Come on, let's go. Let's get this puppy off. That is not good. I've never seen that before. Bet my stinking clutch puller. What crap? What the heck is going on? Well, after 20 minutes of me banging on this stupid clutch puller and the clutch, heating it up, I've had no luck. So I'm just going to continue to pull the motor and hopefully I can, I don't know, honestly I have no idea. I'll show you guys what I just did to my clutch puller. Bent it. The clutch does not want to come off. And I'm scared I'm going to keep cranking on it and it's going to bend more and I can't get it. I'm not going to be able to get it out of the crank, which is scary. Because it's bending in there, and then when I go to pull it out, the bend hits the threads. It's boogering up my threads. Nothing ever goes right. But hey, that's why we pay people to work on these things. So, let's tear this puppy down. I got the crankcase all off. That was a nightmare. It definitely took me like 2 hours because I ran into some issues with a little tiny bolt. They stripped the crap out of it, dude. Couldn't get it split. Finally got it split. Obviously this really sucks because I got the clutch still on here. I couldn't get the clutch off. Nothing's really been going right tonight, but Wish I could see. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I'm putting isoflex grease in this crank bearing because on these motors, on a lot of Skidoo motors, this bearing, this bearing, this bearing, and then these bearings, or this whole bearing, they all get lubricated through splash, which is known as oil in the bottom of the crankcase that gets fed through the oil injection. And this one does not get lubricated through oil. It gets lubricated with this stuff, and this stuff is super expensive. Like I said, it's called isoflex grease, and they recommend, I heard, every 5,000 miles, but some guys actually do it every season. Some guys can put 2, 3, 4,000, maybe even 5,000 in a season anyway. And the reason I'm doing this, I did this before back in November, but I didn't realize, just because it was my first time, and apparently I didn't read it right. You're supposed to use the whole. You're supposed to use the whole tube for this bearing. Being that this is $35, I was being very conservative, which is the wrong thing. You're supposed to use the whole thing. So I'm like, are you kidding me? So now in the back of my mind, I knew that there was only like 10 grams of, maybe 15 grams of isoflex grease in here, and I'm like, great. So this is what I had left, and this is all supposed to be in there. So here I am. Live and learn, I guess. The worst thing is, hopefully I can get this crankcase all cleaned up, and then I can get a good seal. Because you have to do a leak down test to make sure nothing's leaking, coolant and stuff. But what a nightmare. So I'm just going to squirt this in here. I know people are watching this. If a big Skidoo guy comes across this video and sees this, sees how I'm doing it, I can't get the clutch off. I'm just going to squirt this all in here. Looks good. Take this off the stand. It's always a very frightening thing to open up the hood and check for leaks. Like I said, I didn't do a leak down test, which you're supposed to do. She got pretty warm. I don't see anything. Another thing too, guys, what I just did, call it myself, I'm an idiot, is when you're leaning down over the snowmobile checking things like I just did, and your hoodie strings get caught in the clutch primary. It's not good. Could kill you or severely choke you. Oh man, wish I had a stand, I'd rev it up. Oh, she looks good with the new braces. Oh, look at that. Woo woo. So of course, stupid me, I always forget something. And what was it? Spark plugs. Oh man, that's why I always do a walk around. Huh?
Sounds like it's ready to go. That way.
Runs good, no leaks.
That's good.
That's not a leak, that's water. From you. Did you pee?
No.
Did you pee? You peed, didn't you?
Not this time.
Oh, my back! Oh, my back, butt! Oh, that wasn't so good.